Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today, an amazing December. It's getting close to Christmas, and do you know what? Seems we're getting close to Christmas. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to weather options. I'm gonna go to snow on terrain. It's just so much more festive now, isn't it? Well, to enjoy the festivities, I thought we'd check out the Christmas present that Rockstar has given everyone this year, if you can consider it that. It's the new update for GTA Online. It's an incredible update that adds a just ridiculous amount of new tuning, by the way, such as this tunable Dominator. I mean, where do I start? Okay, coloured tyres, big massive exoskeleton shell on this one. Very strange colours all round, actually. Do you know what this is? I've decided to go for snow. This is incredibly bright. Is this even watchable? Do you know what? I've used the metaphor for the Christmas present and stuff. It's blinding me. I'm going to have to be a little bit of a Grinch. Oh, that's so much better. My eyes. Whew, I was having to wear shades almost then. So yeah, Rockstar have come out with a brand new update, adding not just all of this weird tuning for a bunch of pre-existing cars, but also new cars. Quite a few new cars, in fact. And you might be able to catch on already. I'm actually in single player. As you can see, look, there's a single player map. There's even some extra mods, like this bus mod. I'll be checking that out on Saturday. Keep your eyes peeled. But today, I'm actually only going to be checking out one car. Sadly, it's not this one. If I was to go ahead and mod this car... Oh, look, I've got snow on the side of that. That's pretty cool. If I was to go ahead and just attach a mod to this, the game will crash. But just to show you, if I go to customs here, there are a bunch of tuning parts for this. Skirts, exhaust, there's a bunch of weird stuff. But we're going to have to check that out in a week's time, maybe 2 weeks, who knows. Because I've got to wait for some updates for me to check this out in single player. It's just the way it is. I don't play in GTA Online. But for now, there is one car that we can check out today, which is the Impaler, which is one of the new cars that has come out for GTA Online. So in today's video, we're just going to be tuning that up. But actually, before we do, and actually before we even go into the comments, I just want to show you just some of the examples of some of the weirdness. So there's like Apocalypse tuning now. So this is the Apocalypse version of the Dominator. It's all very like Mad Max. And as you go down, there's also the Future Shock version, which gives you this incredibly weird, I don't know what on earth thing this is. It's some sort of futuristic Martian looking mod for this. I mean, let's also go to the Slam Van. There's it's a Stubby Bob. Oh my god, they've got a Stubby Bob. Okay, well, we'll be checking all this out in the future. But there's a Future Shock one, and then there's also like Nightmare versions. There's the Nightmare version of the Slam. What? Okay, right. Some of this, by the way, I don't know if any of this has come out. This is why I'm not going to show too much, because I don't want to spoil some of the stuff. We'll figure it all out first. But there's a bunch of new stuff. It's absolutely incredible. There's the Apocalypse version. I mean, there's even like this new off-roader style, in fact, like Mad Max style Mini. It's all absolutely amazing. There's also, I'll just quickly show you this one. This is all stuff that is currently now online straight away. So if you play online, you can go ahead and check this all straight out already in online mode. But I can't check this all out in today's video because if I mod this car or any of the cars I've just shown you, it will crash. But I can show you the Impaler right here. Look at this beauty. So before we go ahead and modify this thing and check this thing out, there's going to be some comments on the screen. These are comments featured from the previous video. If you would like your comments featured, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that sort of stuff, linked in the description below. And you guys, if you want to get the standard post for the merchandise, you've actually sadly now missed the mark, although you could pay extra to get it before Christmas. But if you still want to buy some merchandise, you might not get it in time for Christmas, but you can check it out from the link in the description below. But let's just get into this thing. This is the Declasse Impaler, which is of course supposed to be an Impala, as you can tell by the name. In fact, that mispronunciation there of Impaler pretty much just summed it up. It is an old classic 60s Impala. I also thought slightly at the start from these lines, like this little light that sticks out here, I thought it was going to be like Lincoln Continental, but yeah, this is pretty much an old classic Impaler, which is very cool. The other thing which you can now do, sadly, not in single player just yet, but for those of you in online, if you get in any muscle car, you rev it and you gun it, they now all do wheelies. But again, I'm in single player. You're going to have to cut me some slack here. I'm going to have to wait for script hook to update. It's always the way. Every update's the same. You guys know the drill by now. But then that is the sort of balance that we have. You know, I have to wait a little bit to sort of enjoy some of the things because you have to wait for mods to come out. Whereas, well, you could go ahead and go online and spend ridiculous amounts of money. I mean, there is so much content for this. Even just the cars that have been released already, people are spending tens of millions of in-game dollars just to get the stuff that's already been released, and there's loads of unreleased stuff as well. It is insanity. There's also like new weapons and stuff like flamethrowers. Yeah, it's mad. Right, so we should probably check this out. In fact, Sims in this is a nice big old gas guzzling yank car. Let's just reverse in here to the gas station and check this baby out. So here we go. Let me just go ahead. I'm going to go to Enhanced Native Trainer. I want to go and open all the doors first of all. But here we are. It's got a stock wheel engine. We know the deal with Rockstar stuff right now. They don't really focus a lot of detail in the bits that don't really matter often. So of course we've got a nice simple boot and a simple engine bay. In the interior, it's pretty much still in the dashboard from insert muscle car here. I mean, they're all pretty much the same at this point. And we've got these nice wheels. I don't think I've seen these wheels before. These might actually be new modeled wheels for this car. I could be wrong. So let's just go and see what we can do in modifying it. So let's go to menus, customs. First of all, we have a bunch of liveries, of course, as standard. We have the stock, which is nothing. We have the lowrider, just nice simple lines down there, nothing on the top, just those on the side. Then we have the sport stripe, just this on one side. That makes it look a little bit more like a muscle car. That's very nice. We have the classic stripes, of course. We have the two-tone, which adds this black with like a red pinstripe and then grey on the top. I don't know if that remains grey all the time. In fact, to test that out, let's just go to paint. Primary colour, classic. Let's just make this a nice, I don't know, let's go for a hot pink. In fact, let's just keep it for gold. That's a nice classic colour. And then the secondary colour... okay, so that livery is just grey on the top. But I'm noticing this secondary colour is tied to all of this round here, all of this front bit, all of the window surround bits, all of the handles, the mirrors, the back. Okay, you can get a really weird look out of this one. What? Okay, chrome. Let's just put it to, yeah, that's better. That's nice. So from there, we have the Declasse Racer, which just adds these nice little stripe bits, nice little design going on with the twin stripes going over. Then we have, of course, the Smoke Flames, which is just a slight darkening of the paint in a flame pattern. Then we have, of course, the classic flames, as always with these things. Then we have the Fix Up drag colours. Got this green colour going on. Fix Up graphics on the side. Zero, Atomic, Teroil. Definitely the sort of things that you want as sponsorships from a muscle car. Petrol, tyres, oil. Then we have the E-Cola drag colours, which is pretty interesting. Oh, Spread the Fizz. I mean, that's got quite a nice sort of like a 60s, 70s style to it. Even though E-Cola, I don't know, that's definitely more of a modern logo, so that's perhaps not supposed to be a dated looking design. I don't know, but the rest of it looks quite dated. Anyway, so there's that. And then we have Hawk and Little drag colours. Estancia logo, Hawk and Little, Fukaru there, and then we've got like these yellow stripes, Auto Exotic, Hawk and Little. And then we've got the stripes and a cool little fade on the front there, as you can see. Well, for this one, I'm thinking, even though I've gone for this gold, I'm going to change it in a minute. I'm going to go for just these little lowrider things down the bottom. I don't know, it sort of looks almost hot roddy. I'm going to go for some of that. Then on the spoiler, where we have a couple of options, we have the lip spoiler. Ooh, that's quite nice. I quite like that. Then we have the low level spoiler, which I'm not really that big of a fan of. Not really too sure on that one. So there's a big massive like tuck in here. That is a big bumper. That actually goes in quite far. I wasn't really thinking about it, but when you look at it from that angle, that's sunk in quite a lot at the back. And then we also have, ooh, a drag wing. That's nice. That is nice. I might go for that, actually. I might turn this into a drag car instead of a lowrider. Let's just go for the front bumper then. So we have the stock in chrome. We then have the primary colour one, which is pretty cool. If we wanted to slightly change that away from the secondary colour that we could also choose from. Or we have the lowrider bumper. How does that change? Oh, that's quite a big, weird change. That's interesting, though. That's quite nice. I quite like it. And also, for a drag car, it also makes it look a little bit lighter because there's not so much bumper there. Mind you, so does that, really. I'm actually going to go for stock because I think I might put both the primary and the secondary colours together for this build. I've just had an idea. But then on the back, we have the chrome. We then have the primary colour version. We have the moulded bumper version, which is, oh, I see. It's just slightly more into the shape of the rear, which actually I quite like. Then we also have that in the primary colour. And then we also have the wheelie bar, which comes with the sculpted bumper as well. I'm going to go for the wheelie bar, of course, because we want the drag car. And also that means that we will have secondary colour on the back, so it makes sense to keep that on the front as well. Then on the exhaust, we have some options around the back here. What did we start off with? A tiny little rippled one right there on both. No, is that? Actually, no, that's part of the wheelie bar, isn't it? That's not, what am I doing? That's not the exhaust at all. There is no exhaust. Oh, no, it's there. Look, there it is. Okay, I'm having a bit of a breakdown. Okay, right. So then we have the big bore exhausts. Then we have the big chrome exhausts. We have the chrome plated exhausts. Where are they now? Oh, look, on the side, right there. On just the one side? On just the one side. Okay. And then we also have the dual, which is on both sides. I guess for the drag version, I quite like the look of that. But they are a little close to the wheelie bars, so I might just go for the dual chrome on the side. I'm going to go for that. Then on the grille, we have the stock. We have the plastic splitter, which isn't actually a grille at all. It's a splitter. So we can have that down the bottom, or we can have that in chrome. I'm going to go for the plastic splitter right there. Then on the hood, we have the options of the stock. We have the single intake hood, just this wee little bit on the front. Then we have the sports hood. All look quite nice. Then we also have the pinned low-level cowl hood, which adds this cool little bit to the middle here, the cowl bit. Then we have the exposed air filter. Oh, that's quite cool. Also adds a bit to the engine as well to stick out. We have the exposed ram pipes. Then we have the single bug catcher with the moving belt. And then we also have the triple bug catcher, which is always a classic. I want to go for that. Then it's just a case of engine, brakes, transmission, suspension. We can, woof, really slam that down. Okay. And then we can go to paint. Primary, I want to make this matte black. I want to make the secondary matte black. I want to make this into an absolute weapon. And because I've now done that, I realise that that livery is not going to stick. Although the classic stripes being just in that grey doesn't look too bad, or even the two-tone doesn't look too bad. I'm a little bit uncertain about that. To be honest, I want to go for this all-black build because I just think it looks really mean. And then we go for wheels, we'll go for muscle, we'll get some nice big muscle wheels going on. Or even something like that. We'll just make them bigger in V-Stancer. Something we can do not online. Something that's one of the bonuses of not being online. We can play with V-Stancer. I'm going to make those wheels bigger, and I'll make them wider because they're actually pretty thin, like that. And then we'll just go track width in at the back. We'll also probably make this just a little bit higher, just because we can. Because it, to be honest, looks a little bit low for a drag car. And then we'll get that about there on the front. And there is our first build. And we were supposed to drive off. Get back in, Michael, come on. And there we have our first muscle build. And sadly, we can't really utilise this wheelie bar because, as I've said, I don't have the patch really. This isn't like a full update for the next version, and so I don't have the proper handling for this. So I'm having to cope with just stock handling. So I don't get the ability to wheelie and really test this out. But this thing is pretty mad. Actually, it's really fast. Surprisingly, let's just get this speedometer up. I want to see how fast this thing is. Let's actually stick it on our test track. Okay, here we are on my top speed test track. Let's go. I have a feeling this is... Okay, it's not as fast as I thought. No, it felt really fast. It felt like I had like a lot of pickup at the top end, but now that I'm on this track, Mind you, I've got a little bit of damage. Let's just go ahead and fix that up. There we go. Oh, let's give us a little bit more. Perhaps had a bit of engine damage, but we're still just over 100 miles an hour. So do you know what? I'm going to give it a little bit of a push. Oh, so we forgot the turbo as well. So actually that really made no difference at all. Let's do my standard affair. Throw a bunch of numbers in. That always works. And actually, as this is a muscle car, I want to go full torque. I want to go all out torque and then just sort of have like not much horsepower, because that really is, we'll go for like a 10 times the horsepower because, well, we had so much torque, instantly pop the tires. Okay, let's tone it down a little, shall we? We'll have 1,000 on the torque. Let's try that. Let's see. Do we burst tires now? No. Okay. Still no wheeling though, but we have just instant laying rubber. And we're going a little bit faster. We're actually going that much quicker. This thing's really unstable. There's just too much torque on this. Oh boy. See, now if I go gentle, even still, this thing is ridiculous. If we were to take this back into the streets, this thing would be mad undrivable, but it would feel so much quicker on the streets. When you're up here, things feel slow. Things don't feel like I'm doing over 200 miles an hour. This feels like nothing. Okay, so here we are on the streets. Now it's going to feel powerful. Here we go. There it is, building up speed. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that's mad. Right, I'm going to build one more of these just because I want to see what it looks like if we have a lowrider version of this, instead of going for this all murdered out style, but all black drag racing version. Oh god, I did not expect that to happen. Just a panto, flaming panto out of nowhere. And we're now on fire, and I think we are about to explode. Yep. There we go. Right. Let's build a lowrider version. And just because I think it's funny, I'm just going to do it right here in the middle of the road with all the burnt out cars and the fire engine that's going to turn up in a second. I can hear it. There he is. Here he comes. Right, so let's just start off with the wheels. Let's go to lowrider. I just want to go for some nice little... Okay, that might be a problem. This car's in my way. I want to go for some little tiny wheels. Oh, I do like those muscle wheels though. Actually, I might want to go for Benny's Originals, I think. There we go. I'll go for something like the vintage wire or the spoked out, perhaps. Let's go for the spoked out ones in chrome with the white wall tires. That's looking pretty fancy. On the spoilers, well, we want to just keep this normal, so we won't go for that. On the front bumper, I want to see... Look at that lowrider bumper. That is fresh. That is fresh. I'm loving that. On the rear bumper, well, I think we're just going to have to go for the molded bumper right there. Oh, that is so good. On the exhaust, I want to go for the big chrome exhausts at the back, just like that. On the grille, I want to go for the chrome splitter, although actually that might not be lowrider style. Maybe I'll get rid of that. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. Then on the hood, I don't want to go for anything too mad because it's supposed to be a lowrider, so I'll just go for stock hood because I can't find anything. And then we're going to go for suspension. I want to get this as low down as possible. We're going to use V-Stunts in a minute just to get this even lower. On paints, I want to go for primary, metallic. Let's go for something like a purple. Oh, oh, I just accidentally clicked that. But okay, right. This isn't going to be a full-on show car style lowrider. This is just going to be a lowrider. Oh, why does that look so good? Oh, these brown colors just look so... That beechwood brown, it's got a bit of an orange tint. And that, oh, I'm feeling that so much. Let's get... Do you mind? On the pearlescent, I mean, what are we actually on here? We can go for something like, I don't know, yellow? Oh, now. Oh, now. That. Oh, look at that in the sun. We're going to have... Let's just move this out of the way. I want to get some more enjoyment out of this. Look at the color of that. That's beautiful. And now that I've got that, I'm not feeling these wheels in the slightest. I'm going to change this style just a little bit. I'm actually going to go for the full chrome smoothies this time. I don't know why. I'm just feeling it. Maybe not with a thick white wall tire though. Maybe I'll go for the thinner one. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. This is the problem. When it comes to lowriders, I just can't find the wheels that just really just do it for me. Especially because I wanted to have white wall tires. Maybe I'll just go for something like these. I'll just go for the muscle style wheels. There, I can go for these instead. I mean, that's pretty nice. We can get this all slammed down still. Let's go for tires. I think these wheels might be the right size, but let's try them a little bit bigger. Why not? Get a bit more width going on with these. And then I just want to slam this all the way to the ground. Okay, that's definitely low. Now, if I get that rear track width, bring that in just to get this all tucked so I'm not getting any sort of rub. I mean, these front are going to rub when I turn the wheel like that. Oh, actually, if we can get it like that. Oh, they're not going to rub at all now. Oh, no, they are on the front. Okay, hang on. How far do I have to get them in to not rub on the front? Okay, that is really tucked in. But it does actually look like it works now. And there we have a ridiculously low Impaler. Okay, that might just be a little bit too low, but do you know what? You guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below. I've gone for the weird builds, I've gone for the interesting builds, because that's just fun, in my opinion. If we always go for the same thing, it's a little bit boring. I'm in love with this paint color. The wheel choice, I don't know, not too sure, but this thing is mad. Look at that. Well, there we go, guys. That is it for this video. If you've enjoyed this video, please let me know by rating, commenting, and subscribing. What is your favourite new car that has come out in the update? You can let me know in the comment section below. I will be doing some videos on the ridiculous amount of cars that are in this update, but they won't be straight away because, one, some of them aren't released yet, and second of all, because I'm waiting for all the mods to update, because right now, it just won't work. And in fact, a good way to end this video is to show you what happens if I was to try and just do something with one of these cars. So let's just go to muscle. Let's just go to the Apocalypse version of the Impaler. Actually, before we finish, just to show you, although this is a new car, there is also an Apocalypse version that is tunable with a whole different like rear wheel setup, which actually, oh, that would have worked nice for the drag version. There is also the Future Shock Impaler, which looks like this, and then there is also the Nightmare Impaler that looks like this. Okay, yeah, so plenty with this car. Not just a new car, but 3 whole new tuning endeavors that we can go on to make a whole new style. This is mad. It's absolutely mad. Let's just go to customs. I'm going to show you right now what happens. And it has died. And so that's it. It's just a blank screen because the game is gone. So that's it. I'm going to go now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. In 2 days' time, on Saturday, there's going to be the bus simulator video. Keep your eyes on the YouTube balls. I'll be watching too much Mighty Car Mods. Just keep an eye out. It's a good one. I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.